Here we have a quadratic function. Now we're going to analyze this function and use the information we find to graph the function, which is going to be a parabola. Now this function is in vertex form, so there's no need to convert it from standard form over to vertex form. All that work has been done for us. All right. Now the standard vertex form is f of x equals a x minus h squared plus k. All right. Now what we want to do is get some information. We want to find some points from this function, and we want to graph it out to form our parabola. So let's first try to find the vertex. Now the vertex is the highest or the lowest point of a parabola, and the vertex equals h, k. Now let's take a look at our function. What is h? Well, h is 3. Now you might ask, why is h not negative 3? Well, because the negative sign was already here in our function. H is 3. If h were negative 3, this would be x minus negative 3. But since it's not, x just equals 3. So we know over here that h is going to be 3. And what about k? What about k? Over here, we're supposed to have a positive number, and over here we got a negative number, so it's going to be negative 4. Negative 4. So this right over here will be the vertex. All right. Now we want to find some more information because we only have 1 point at this point. No pun intended. All right. Let's try to find the y-intercept. Now, in order to find the y-intercept, we need to set the x values equal to 0 because when the function intersects the y-axis, x equals 0. So what we need to do is we need to set f of x equal to f of 0. All right. Every time we see an x, we're going to substitute it for a 0. 0 minus 3, square that, minus 4. What is 0 minus 3? That's going to be negative 3. What's negative 3 squared? That's going to be 9. 9 minus 4 is going to be 5. All right, so all of this is going to be 5. So we know that the y-intercept is going to be 0, 5. All right, so that's another point that we've got. Now let's try to find the x-intercept. To find the x-intercept, we need to set y equal to 0. So sort of the opposite of this. We need to set y equal to 0. Because when a function intersects the x-axis, y equals 0. So for this function over here, we've got f of x equals x minus 3 squared minus 4. For this function, the x values are the inputs, and the y values are the outputs. The expression x minus 3 squared minus 4 represents the y value for any given x value. So to find the x-intercepts, we set y, this value over here, equal to 0. That means we need to set x minus 3 squared minus 4 equal to 0, because that's the y value set at 0. Okay, so x minus 3 squared, x minus 3 squared minus 4 equals 0. First things first, let's add 4 to both sides. So let me add 4, add 4. We're going to be left with x minus 3 squared equals 4. I'm going to take the square root of both sides. We're going to be left with x minus 3 equals plus or minus 2. This means x minus 3 equals 2. And x minus 3 equals negative 2. All right, in order for x minus 3 to equal 2, x equals 5. So over here, x equals 5. And over here, in order for x minus 3 to equal negative 2, x needs to be 1. 1 minus 3 equals negative 2. Now we can write these out as ordered pairs. That's going to be 5, 0. And this is going to be 1, 0. So there we go. We have the vertex right over here. We've got the y-intercept, and now we've got the x-intercepts. So let's go ahead and graph this, starting with the vertex. The vertex is 3, negative 4. All right, so we move up 3 on the x-axis and negative 4. All right, that right over here is the vertex. All right. Now, something interesting to remember. we have f of x equals a times x minus h squared plus k. A right over here. If a is greater than 0, then we know that the parabola opens upward. If a is less than 0, it opens downward. All right, over here, a is equal to 1. It's not in there, but it's implied because 1 times all of this remains all of this. All right, so a is 1, which means that it's greater than 0, which means that the parabola opens upward. So over here, we got a parabola. We know that this is going to be the lowest point. This is going to be the lowest point, and our parabola is going to open upward like this. So let's keep plotting the next points. Our y-intercept is 0, 5. We would go here at 0, x equals 0, y equals 5, and it's right over here. And now we just need to graph the x-intercepts. That's going to be 5, 0, 1, 0. So that's going to be 5, 0 over here, and 1, 0 right there. Now you can see the points on this parabola, right? It's opening upward. Now I'm just going to try to freehand draw this right over here. See how it comes out. It'll look something like that. It'll be intersecting at these points that we've drawn there. It's a little bit off there, but it'll be intersecting at these points. That's a rough estimate. You get a nice piece of scratch paper and you can write it out looking good. So that is how you graph a parabola. We had the function here in vertex form. We found the vertex, we found the y-intercepts, we found the x-intercepts, and then we used that information to graph this parabola. So I hope this video was helpful. If you got any questions, let me know in the comments below. I'll try to get to them and address them. And as always, stay positive.